My name is Dave Edelson. I'm the Manager of Operations Performance and Analysis. I've been with the NYSO for 15 years. My group is responsible for validating the outcomes of NYSO's wholesale energy markets. And we also have a lot of responsibility for providing transparency to stakeholders on a number of NYSO initiatives, including our renewable energy integration efforts. The CLCPA targets 6,000 megawatts of solar installations across New York State by 2025. That's a significant increase from where we are today. By looking at NYSO's interconnection queue, it's evident that a significant portion of those are going to be interconnected with the NYSO as commercial solar plants selling their energy into our wholesale energy markets. The NYSO's interconnection queue is a reflection of commercial developers who are in some stage of developing and implementing and building their plants and desiring to participate with the NYSO. So looking at our queue, we can see what's coming down the road over the next few years. Solar on dispatch dovetails with the CLCPA nicely because it modifies market rules in NYSO's energy markets to allow us to reliably integrate the significant volumes of intermittent resources by having them express their flexibility to the market to maintain reliable grid operations. The NYSO was the first ISO to put in the market rules to dispatch wind. We did this more than a decade ago. We had a significant increase in the penetration of wind installations on the bulk power system. So the rules that we put in there set the standard for the rest of the country. A lot of other ISOs have followed suit and put in very similar rules. These same rules that we put in for wind a long time ago are the exact same rules we're now putting in for solar. They've worked very well for us. They've worked very well for the market, have allowed us to continue to increase the penetration of wind installations on the bulk power system, and we expect it to do the same for solar installations. There's about 2,200 megawatts of solar installations connected across New York State. The vast majority of that is connected at the distribution level. And I say the distribution level as opposed to the bulk power system level to distinguish those that are connected similar to rooftop solar installations at the distribution electrical system that NYSO doesn't really have much visibility into. The vast majority of the solar installations are just those distribution level solar installations. NYSO doesn't have a lot of visibility, so we refer to those as behind the meter solar installations. The Solar on Dispatch initiative, though, is geared towards grid-scale solar. Those refer to solar plants that are more large-scale commercial solar plants that participate and sell their energy into the NYSO wholesale energy markets. As more and more intermittent resources such as wind or solar connect to the grid, they displace more traditional resources who do have control over their fuel and who can increase or decrease their output on demand. As we get more and more intermittent resources, if we weren't going to make any additional market rule changes, such as solar on dispatch, we would have an increasingly difficult time maintaining reliable operations.